like that is one of those albums that you can constantly keep listening to. And I just love the fact that Wale is getting a lot of credit and a lot of love. And real quick, and this is my thing where it's just kind of even going back to the Summer Walker thing and even kind of just tying it in. Like, I hate that people throw up numbers when it's something, when you're trying to prove a point that why an album is bad or you don't like the album, you try to bring numbers. Like, are we going to sit here and keep talking about the numbers, or we just going to eliminate the numbers? And I feel like niggas be trying to bring the numbers in when you're trying to validate a conversation. But Wale shit ain't do nothing, but that don't mean the Wale album ain't a great album. I think Wale shit supposed to be like, I think you say like 22,000. So what? Nigga, that album is still fire from top to bottom. This is still arguably one of his best albums, and this would probably be one of his lowest selling albums. That's why, again, like, I hate.
You know if it might be one of his lowest selling albums. Because wasn't the first one?
Shit, his first Jones still. What you talking about, like his very first one?
Yeah, because I remember they undershipped it or something like that. It was like, nah, I thought it was real low then. But that's what I'm saying. If you're a fan of the music, you're a fan of the music. Like I said, I never cared about no numbers. I don't think no numbers never made me go, let me go listen to this album.
No, for sure. I'm with you, but I'm just saying, when I just, because I again pay attention to how people talk, I just seen people trying to use Summer Walker's numbers against her, or make it seem like, oh, this is because the album, like the album. If you like Summer Walker, I feel like you just gonna like her. I don't think, to me, I'm just not a fan of bringing up the album sales shit to prove a point. Like, I hate when people do that. Like, you either gonna talk about music, you gonna say what you like or you don't. But I feel like niggas try to use the numbers as a thing when you trying to prove a point on why you don't like an album. Like, I'm not a fan of that one. Like, that shit ain't gonna do nothing. Like, again, like I said, Wale album, I want to say I seen it, and again, it doesn't matter because I think Wale album is a great album. Like, you can literally, man, I hate that people try to down that Clips hill. Y'all go down that hill by yourself. Like, that's just shit. It's just like, it's a good rap album, but is it better than Wale album? Fuck no. Like, Wale got a bunch of, like, and I ain't even talking about, when I say hits, I don't mean like some shit you gonna hear on the Billboard, but I'm talking about some shit you could just get in a girl can get in the car with you and you can just let this shit ride, and he's not gonna fuck up the vibe. Like, Wale, this Wale album is like one of them Drake type of albums where it's like, yeah. Oh, if all else fail, like, if I'm not really trying to listen to no R&B and I kind of don't want to fuck up the mood, because let's be clear, if this show, and I'm just speaking for people, like, when you on like a first date and you and this person really trying to figure each other out, like, y'all don't be in the car, y'all not to the level, to the point where y'all can just get in the car, y'all can be vibing out and just be on y'all karaoke shit because y'all know what each other like, but this your first date and y'all in the car going on your way somewhere. This Wale album is one of them albums you can literally just press play and just let this shit go, and he's not gonna fuck up the mood of your date. Mm-hmm. So that's why when niggas be like, oh, the clips, like,
I think both of them.
I'm not saying the Clips album was a bad album, but I hate that niggas is trying to make it seem like just because you was doing some elite rapping, that, okay, cool, Wale was elite rapping, and he also still made great songs. I feel like the Clips was just great rapping.
But that's why I think when you can't really compare, even though, yes, you do, like when you say, oh, what's the best album or rap album, like you kind of compare it, but I feel like you said it's two different types of music.
No, for sure, but we talking about the way
I might listening to the Wale compared to how I might listen to the Clips are two different, you know what I'm saying? It's two different things.
But this is my thing though. Only reason why I hate that when people make that a point is because it's you giving the Clips, you giving them a way out. Because let's just say if this was sports, Steph Curry's everybody can agree to discredit Steph Curry on, he don't play no defense. Mm-hmm. He can't play no defense. Same way people criticize Luka. That's a part of the game. If we playing the game, it's like, if we talking about great rap albums, like, nigga, when we talking about back in the day albums, we talking about, okay, Lil Wayne can rap his ass off and there was a bunch of hits on here. Same way with Jay-Z, like, oh, he can rap, but he can still make hits. Like, we can't eliminate you can't make a good song just because you can rap. Like, come on, that's not fair to the niggas who can rap real good and still make a good song.
But I think but it's to each his own though, right? You like I said, like if the Common B album, like that was a great album, but if you talking about 50 Cent had more hits, you know what I'm saying? Like they still like
you said who joint?
The Common B joint, the one where it was when they was in the courtroom and all that.
Who? What's that? What
Common? Yeah. B.
What album is that?
That's the joint with Taraji when they was in the courtroom.
I don't know if I heard that one.
You heard it. If you play, you remember this. But that's what I'm saying. Like, listening from beginning to, like, damn, that was a good album. But then it's like, all right, well, if you compare it to 50 Cent at the same time, you know, it's like, but 50 Cent got more club bangers. But it was still a good album. That's why I said.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that the Clips album isn't a good album, but I can't sit here and say it's a better album than Wale album because they don't have no hits on it. You gotta still be able to make hits. You can't just be like, I'm just a good rapper, because that's what separates the good rappers from the great ones. There's a lot of good rappers out here. Because if that's the case, then we could just be like, oh, well, any fucking, because the media will be the cheat code is, all right, well, any nigga could just put on a fucking perfect example will be Cassidy. Man, we could just let Cassidy freestyle. He could rap his ass off all day, but could Cassidy make a fucking hit? No, especially after he got away from Swiss Beats, it got quiet for him. Think about it. Cassidy was such a great rapper. Cassidy bumped around and got signed to endless different niggas. Remember when Cassidy first came out, when he was first with Swiss Beats, then he ended up signing with Carmelo when Carmelo Anthony was trying to have a rap label? Like, because niggas know Cassidy can rap, but Cassidy can't make no fucking hits. Like, you can't, that's my only thing where it's like, you can't sit here and big up one album because you giving niggas a pass because they can't make hit records, but they can rap their ass off. Like, cool, like the Clips album was a good album. I'm not saying it was a bad album, but I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, it's a better than Wale album when Wale sit here and like, dog, again, I see a lot of people saying this, and this shit is God honest truth. If this was a Drake album, niggas would tell you it was a classic.
Yeah.
If this was a Drake album, there would be no, if you sit here and say, hey, I'm taking Wale off and I'm putting this, and this is Drake instead of Wale, nobody would sit here and say that Clips album is better than that Drake album. If this wasn't Wale and this was Drake, nobody would sit here and say that Clips album is better than this fucking Drake album. And that's my only thing. So I'm not going to sit here like, and again, Wale has earned this level of conversation for people to stand up for him, especially in the DMV.
So let me ask you, is it the moments though? Like, cause even like when you say, all right, the Gen X or whatever, you like, if you putting that in there, like, you know, are you saying that Wale's album better than the Gen X album too? Because if that's what they was comparing that's what they was comparing the Clips to, that album, would you say that the Wale album is better than the Gen X?
No. Have you seen here saying if off the scale of what we talking about, just off of hit records and shit and just elite rapping, you can't say it because that nigga got too many big records on it. And big records gotta mean something, and they not big, and they not corny records.
It wouldn't be because of the moment. You don't think?
What you mean by the moment? The hit records, the hit records that go with the moment.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think? How can I say it? Like, if he put that out, if it was like before beef or whatever, if it wasn't no beef, like, would it still be the same feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. That's my favorite Kendrick Lamar album.
Okay.
So
that's why I was just wondering. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar. On the Clips heels, like, all right, well, that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they people just because that album came out at that moment, we still living on that moment? Dude, as that kind of get people their judgment wise, like, because it was that moment that put, you know what I'm saying? I like that album.
Which one you talking about? The Clips or you talking about GNX?
Both of them. That's what I'm just saying, like, how people might feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just think people have picks on people that they like, and people try to just big up the people that they maybe have a more friendlier relationship with. I think a lot of people, especially in the hip hop media space, I think the Clips have a way better relationship with them. I think Pusha T is probably shown up physically for people, where it's like, hey, I'm going to do this interview. Anytime I'm pushing out a project, I'm going to always come and do your platform and stuff like that. So I think people just kind of want to kind of like continuously big up the Clip. And again, like I said, I'm not saying the Clips album is a bad album. It's just, to me, it's not better than fucking Wale Jones. Mm-hmm. Again, when I'm sitting here talking about the Grammys, I don't think that Clips album should beat not any category it's in with Kendrick Lamar. It don't deserve to beat none of Kendrick Lamar, and it don't deserve to beat Glorilla. Even when we talk about Glorilla, niggas sit here and try to, like, I even heard, again, I told y'all with the fucking with Rory talking about you could put Freddie, like, certain shit niggas be saying, like, bro, I can't even respect your opinion because you're not even being real. There's not a song with that Kendrick Lamar, Freddie Gibbs, or any of these other type of niggas that fit in that box of type of rapper niggas that's bigger than that fucking Glorilla and Sexy Red song. Like, come on, dog. We got to just stop just saying stupid shit just because it's like, oh, well, we talking about just like straight lyric. Well, go fucking make a lyrics is lounge fucking award. But we talking about awards that fucking have to actually mean something outside when people are actually enjoying it. Stuff like, bro, that fucking I forgot about that when I was talking about Glorilla album. I don't even know how the hell I forgot that John with her and Sexy Red, because I done played the shit out of that song a million times. GLENEMG wipe me down. Like, man, stop. Come on, y'all niggas gotta be serious. But again, like I said, I don't know how we got all over the place, but this was supposed to be just real quick. Shout outs to Wale's and then shout outs to Wale for doing, he went and did Off the Porch, and I don't know what band the young lady playing. She's just a singer. She sing with bands though, right?
Yeah. She not like a permanent
in somebody band, but she just get on with bands. Well,
like,
just shout out to her.
A lot with CCB, like she's not permanently like
NCCB.
No.
All right, well, shout out to that young lady because I definitely seen a lot of people was like, and people who not familiar with Go-Go was giving her like, I seen somebody even sit here and say that was the best version of Bad, and of course Bad, the original one is with Tiara Thomas on it, and I didn't even know Tiara Thomas wasn't from the DMV. I definitely thought she was from. I thought she was from here because at that time when Wale was doing the when he was trying to do his label, I thought all the artists he was dealing with was from here, but I want to say she from Michigan. I want to say I think when I seen her just recently post
not commercial, but her little
her joint running down her catalog. Yeah. Shout out to Tiara Thomas. But Wale Bad, Tiara Thomas, Wale Bad, the remix featuring Rihanna. And of course I think Rihanna is just the bigger artist, but I don't even think we keeping it a bean, I don't even think Rihanna's remix was better than the original jump. I just think Rihanna is just a bigger artist. Love Hate Thing, I don't know who is Sam Do, Sabotage with Lloyd. And shout outs to Lloyd. Because of course I don't know how I forgot to talk about it last week, but when Wale brought him out to perform with him and Lloyd performed the reaction version to Lay It Down. So shout outs to Lloyd for even just being tapped in enough to even kind of just know that he should have kind of let that rock out and that the crowd was going to eat that one up. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. That shit went.
That's not his first time doing that. He did it somewhere else too.
Well, I know I seen people of course I seen it going viral on Instagram because of course the majority of the people I follow on Instagram is from here, but I even seen it on TikTok and I seen people in the comments saying like he do a lot of shows in the DMV, so I'm sure people have got him hip to that song to kind of be like, hey, this is kind of the version that people in the DMV. So if you listening to this and you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, if you don't live in the DMV area, you can get on Apple Music or you can get on YouTube and just put in reaction, Lay It Down. And that shit just do numbers. That Joe, like that, just realistically, like that to me is probably one of that era of go-go music probably is the last era of the go-go version sounding better than whatever the original version is. And that's one of the things like that I kind of just miss about the originality of just the DMV area, just when go-go songs realistically was the real song to us. Like just from TCB ass clapping, just all type. Like it's so many big go-go songs. And shout out to DJ Heat because I know for a minute, I don't know if she stopped it, but I know at one point in time she still do it. I haven't seen it in a minute, but I know for a fact that she was.
I don't know if she did any recently, but she still be doing it because I haven't seen a couple of them come.
Well, two things for shout out. One for shout out to DJ Heat. If y'all aren't familiar with DJ Heat, I want to say she worked at 95.5. I know for a fact she was DJing at Unravel, and I believe she DJ
for the Mystics.
Yeah, and she DJ for the Mystics, but she was getting her shit off on Unravel because they was playing them Jones when she was cracking them TNT sets. But yeah, shout out to DJ Heat. But she was doing the little the mixes where she basically was playing like whatever the original song was like. I don't fucking know. Just even with the Lloyd joint, she'll play the Lloyd joint and then she'll blend it in with the go-go version, just so some people, of course, because a lot of go-go songs, everybody don't know what the original song is. Because again, like I said, for most of us, we grew up on go-go, so we wasn't even familiar with any of the rap songs. Like we didn't know that Junkyard song came from here or this Backyard song came from this, that, and the third. Like again, like I said, shout outs to DJ Heat, shout outs to Wale. Is his biggest R&B song that Matrimony joint with Usher though?
No. Bigger than Lotus Flower Bomb?
Oh fuck no, I forgot about that.
I mean, I think it might be your preference.
No, I don't think nothing bigger than that Lotus Flower Bomb. No, let's be clear. That Matrimony joint go crazy, but that Lotus Flower Bomb, that's a different type of demon. That's again like.
Because do you think that's better than Bad?
Which one? Lotus Flower Bomb?
No, Matrimony. The Usher joint.
It probably sound better. Like I probably if I had to pick which one would I rather just listen to, like if I only could listen to one, yeah, I probably would just do the Matrimony joint because it just sound like that shit just sound grown as hell. Like Bad don't I want to say Bad just sound like, I ain't gonna say it sound immature, it just sound younger. It sound like it's like, I feel like that Matrimony joint, you can play that shit 20 years from now and that shit still just gonna sound like some grown and sexy. Like even with Lotus Flower Bomb, like both of them joints sound just like, it just sound grown. Like Bad kind of just sound like, I don't want to say it sound dated, but it just sound a little childish, if that makes sense. Like I'm yeah.
No, you could be. I mean, you could be right. Because like, man, even when you listen to lyrics, like, have you never made love before? So you could be right. Like it might just sound a little, like Not, and that's, I mean, I dated, or I wouldn't say childish, but yeah, it might be just more dated.
It just sound more dated. So yeah, so I would go if I had to rank Wale joint, number 1 year would be Lotus Flower Bomb, and then number 2 would be that Matrimony joint. But again, like I said, shout out to Wale. That album is fire. I will argue that album should. If it ain't your number 1 album of the year, I will argue it have to be in your top 3. Like for me to just for us to have a real conversation. Like I know niggas throw a lot of like just different shit around. And shout out to Wale for just not having a bad fucking press run either. Because I think a lot of times for a lot of Wale's mishaps has just been him misspeaking on interviews or him getting like allowing. And I seen him, he was fighting that demon on social media because niggas was saying just little slick shit and he couldn't help but kind of clap back a little bit. I don't even think like he did a way better job. I don't even think he needed to do that. Like just don't even pay some of that shit no attention because too many people praising you right now. You don't even need to even give any of the negative tweets or any of that shit any attention because that's the shit that kind of always used to kind of like fuck him up a little bit just because it's just like he'll end up just going spiraling out on social media because somebody on social media said some shit to him and it kind of just end up biting him on the ass. But again, like I said, I think I watched all his interviews he did. I think he did a great job at just interviewing. And I do it to me my favorite. Yeah, of course I watched Angel Reese. Them to me to my favorite 2 interviews with him. My favorite joint of like just like the one he done in the last year is the Cam Newton joint. The Cam Newton joint for sure is my favorite joint. I feel like the Joe Budden joint would have been better. Sometimes Joe just got too many niggas in the room, so it kind of just like it fuck up the interview. Like even with just a little back and forth that Wale was having with Flip, it just be little shit like that to me. Just like I think Joe just got it. I don't know what the fuck. He can't listen back to his own shit, or he don't go and find like when niggas be giving him like some real criticism. Like that to me was kind of like fuck that interview up. So my favorite 2 Jones I would go would be the Cam Newton and the Angel Reese Jones. Like even just him that little moment where he was having like even just they having the DMV Baltimore conversation and he was just like. Baltimore and like we all, I mean, of course you do it with the athletes and the DMV and Baltimore did it with Shy Glizzy. Like we pick and choose which motherfuckers that you kind of claim and you kind of attach and let them be your own shit. And when him and Angel Reese was having that conversation, she was like, yeah, y'all like Baltimore, we ain't claiming everything from Baltimore, but like Angel Reese, like he was like, bro, niggas wanted you to come and play for the Mystics. Like let's be clear, niggas was mad that the Mystics didn't take you, and again, fucking for the Mystics to even trade Aaliyah Edwards, it was just like, bro, you could have just had Angel Reese for that. What the fuck was the point of that? But I like that he said that to let her know, like, don't get it fucked up. Yeah, we know that, like, DC, Maryland, like, we kind of be picking and choosing when we claim a Baltimore motherfucker or when Baltimore people claim DC people. Like, again, with Shy Glizzy for Baltimore, like, Baltimore used to, I'm talking about show their whole entire black ass for Shy Glizzy. So, again, like, it find those little sweet pockets where people kind of, where we sit here and claim the other one like they are part of the DMV or for Shy Glizzy's piece where Baltimore niggas claimed him like he was from there. But I like that they had that little interaction when they was even talking about sports. But by far my favorite jump was Cam Newton because they kind of really just got into that sports bag. And I think Wale is one of the, for rappers, he's one of my favorite people to kind of talk about sports because you know that this nigga's really like a diehard sports fan. So again, like I said, shout outs to Wale.